TV ratings, Oscars slumped to an all-time low. The Hollywood Reporter says the 93rd Academy Awards drew 10.4 million viewers on Sunday. That's a steep drop. You ready, folks? Folks, from 23.64 million. Let me get this straight. 23.64 million people watched the Academy Awards last year. This year to only 10.4. The 56% decline in total viewers is keeping with those for Grammys, which fell 51%. Golden Globe, 62%. SAG Awards, 52%. You think this woke approach is working? Golden Globe, SAG, Grammys, and Oscars. Norm Land took home the coveted Best Picture award, while Anthony Hopkins, who was asleep, and Frances McDormand won Best Actor and Actress in Leading Role. Anthony Hopkins, I watched The Father, by the way. I watched him. It was an okay movie. It's not obviously, he killed it. He typically kills it no matter what it is. He wins. He's asleep. They can't even get a hold of him. He went to sleep because he thought he wasn't going to win it at all. Okay, the guy's knocked out, and he wins an Oscar. Hopkins' victory was an upset over Chadwick Boseman, who died in August after a private 4-year battle with colon cancer. Boseman was nominated for Best Actor for his role in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. This year brought barrier-breaking wins, including the first woman of color to win Best Director and Best Black Woman to win, the first Black woman to win the Best Makeup and Hairstyling. So what's the point here? Here's the point. Do you remember when Ricky Gervais hosted? Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
Did he host?
He opened it.
No, I know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he called it.
I know
That's
the
a
famous
host.
speech he gave.
But that's a host.
Okay.
That was his monologue that he went up and he says, just when you come up here and, thank your agent, thank your God, take the trophy and get the, And everybody the next day was talking about this, right? He says, I don't even know why you invited me. He says, oh, here we go. Let me see. Oh, my gosh. Let's start off with this. And yes, to accept this. So he went about it. That brought eyeballs. I watched the Oscars because of Ricky Gervais. I watched it because he was hilarious, right?
Called everybody
I'm
out.
not going to watch it with Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not going to watch it with these, people going up there and just giving their same old rhetoric one after another. And just this validates that SNL should be happy because it's probably going to be their biggest one they've had in the last 12 months for having this guy. And probably the last time SNL had the most viewership, I'm willing to bet it's going to be either Murphy, Chappelle, or Trump. I'm willing to bet it's one of those openings. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see what's going to happen with Musk. Mm-hmm. I think SNL should be thankful. SNL should be thankful that a guy like Elon Musk has agreed to come. I think it's going to bring eyeballs that you don't typically get. And as well as the Oscars should invite somebody like him or somebody crazy like him to get up and be a host and talk shit to everybody. Because like ESPYs. Who was the best ESPYs host of all time? Give some of the best ESPYs host of all time.
Was it Drake?
Drake killed it.
Oh, right? Yeah, Drake was awesome. Yeah.
By the way, it's
comedy.
He took a shot at Draymond Green's podcast. He says it's sad, right? Peyton Manning got up there and he says, the swim team, is doing such a great job. Matter of fact, they're doing such a good job that Kevin Durant is thinking about joining them. And Kevin Durant, and the camera went on Durant, and then it went on Westbrook. But Peyton, what do we like? We like it when the host is taking shots at the athletes, at the actors. No one wants to watch somebody say how amazing you are. I get uncomfortable. You know how the whole thing even got started? Well, let me tell you, the event was great. I'm not a fan of that. I'd much rather just go past it. It's the fun part. It's the shot part. It's the, hey, it's this happened, that happened. That's what the audience kind of wants to see, right? They don't want to see, you're so amazing. You're so great. Hollywood show, it should be, well, we kind of saw what happened there. What did he say? Gervais said, if ISIS was to start a
show.
Not a show. If ISIS was to be the next Netflix, believe me, you'd call your manager saying, let's try to get on a show there.
Yeah. Call your agent.
Call your agent to get on a show there. He took a shot at Apple. He took a shot at Tim Cook. He took a shot at everybody. Both SNL, Oscars, Grammys, Golden Globes, they desperately need to bring back an entertaining host who will make fun of them because that's what America and the world wants to see. However, going back to the vaccine conversation we had at the beginning, unfortunately, there's a community today that does not like to hear opposing ideas. I sent this tweet out yesterday. Went to sleep, woke up. Next thing I know, I'm getting a bunch of private messages from people. Hey, Pat, I agree with you. I can't really say anything, but I can't even tell you the people that messaged me, DM me, okay? I put this tweet out yesterday. I said, let's cancel walking on eggshells. Let's cancel the inability to entertain an opposing idea. Let's cancel forcing everyone having to agree with us. Let's cancel judging people for a mistake they made 30 years ago. Let's cancel extreme sensitivity. Let's just respect one another, right? I mean,
what a concept.
How hard is that to do?
What a concept.
You know what was the most interesting thing about this simple concept? People disagreed.
Really?
The people that actually disagreed are the ones that entertain me the most. When you go down there and read some of the ones that they disagree with. By the way, for whatever reason, if you go down there, you read some of these, you'll see the disagreements they make. But anyways, that's my thoughts on Oscars. What do you think about Oscars being down 56% decline?
Much like you and oh, sorry, Matt.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, much like you and SNL, I don't watch the Oscars. It's just
you out of everybody doesn't watch
you
the
would think that the soy boy
I
mafia.
thought for sure you were sitting there with a notepad and pen ready to take notes.
Dude, so this is a dumb question. The Oscars are for movies? Is that what it is? Okay. Like, I don't watch movies. I just don't. I don't know why. It's
You're
just
not a movie guy.
I used to be when I was a kid. I loved the movies. I had my running top 10. I love the movies. I just don't watch movies ever. I don't go to the movie theaters. I canceled Netflix.
Is that because you spend most of your time on that website called OnlyFans?
Hey!
Is that
guys, shout out to my OnlyFans account. Check me out on OnlyFans. I'm now accepting donations. Sal Talks Money, a.k.a. Soy Boy Mafia. OnlyFans, it's only $19.99 an hour. Check me out.
He shows his chest hair.
There's a lot of chest hair.
$5.
Yeah, there's an appearance by Ricky
He
Aguilar.
shows the chest hair for $5.
Only to his fans. Only to the OnlyFans.
That's true. That's true. I just don't watch the Oscars. I don't know, but I would watch it if there was an entertaining host or some controversy. I would. I'm just not a movie guy, but that's my opinion.
Would you? I would watch it. Bill Burr got up and he said a couple things. And by the way, you know what was crazy? That Bill Burr wasn't himself when he was hosting a couple months ago. Even himself wasn't himself. He was so worried. A Bill Burr who doesn't give a crap. He was worried about what to say.
He's worried about getting canceled.
He was worried about what's going to happen. I say, like I'm walking on eggshells. Like, no, man, just let it. Let's go. Like, take some shots. Tell some jokes. Let's have some fun. Let's go through it. You know, it's got to be that kind of an environment.
Rock the boat a little bit.
That's what happens. You know. And by the way, a great sales meeting. You know what's a great sales meeting? When that's what happens. When there's like, let me tell you what we're gonna do to you guys.
Can't wait.
That's what makes it exciting. You need a versus. You ever been to an insurance conference? We would like to take this moment to thank John and Mary for a wonderful job they did this last year with the with this. By the way, just me even acting, I guarantee we just lost 100 people. Right? You go to these insurance conferences, you know, these conventions they put. I'm like, put all the knife away. People are going to slit their wrist committing suicide. How boring this thing is right now.
Now, when you host an insurance conference, you also have to tell people.
They call
people put away the knives, but it's not because
they call security. Things are thrown around.
Yeah, you should see Sapaula and Ricky Aguilar going at it, bro. Those two titans.
I can't wait for our conference at the MGM Grand. I mean, we have one coming up in May, but the one in August when we have Mike Tyson on it, he's going to be at our sales conference. Mike Tyson to see the heat of Pete.
Let me tell you what Trump said to the Oscars. Here's what Donald Trump said to the Oscars. Donald Trump seizes on Oscars low Oscar rating to bash telecast. He says, don't be so politically correct and boring. That's bash, deadline. Apparently, that's called bashing if you say, don't be so politically correct and boring. Donald Trump's office emailed a statement to reporters Tuesday in which the former president bashed the Oscars, noting its low ratings and suggesting it return a host to the proceedings and change its name back to Academy Awards. What used to be called the Academy Awards is now called the Oscars, a far less important and elegant name, had the lowest television rating in recorded history, even much lower than last year, which set another record low. If they keep with the current ridiculous formula, it would only get worse if that's possible. Trump said, go back 15 years, look at the formula they then used, change the name back to the Academy Awards. Don't be so politically correct and boring and do it right. Also, bring back a great host. These television people spend all their time thinking about how to promote the Democratic Party, which is destroying our country, and cancel conservatives and Republicans. That formula certainly hasn't worked very well for the Academy, as President Trump only took to criticizing the telecast, including last year when he bashed Oscar voters for giving Best Picture to Parasite at a rally. He said to the South Korean film, what the hell was that all about? We've got enough problems with South Korea with trade. On top of it, they give the best movie of the year to them. Was it good? I don't know. So there you go. Even Trump had something to say about the Oscars.
Well, I shout out to my wife, baby, my boo-boo, Sheena. She's a big Korean anything. Korean dramas, Korean face masks, Korean skin products, you know, Korean barbecue. And we did check out Parasite. It wasn't a good movie to be able to say, it warrants the Oscar. I didn't think it was a good movie. I didn't think it was an Oscar worthy type of movie. But when you're looking at what he just said here, you know, people want to be entertained. That's why people check out to go see a movie, because they want to be entertained. They want to check out of the current reality. And I think with the platform that I've seen, and to see what happened to Kevin Hart a few years ago, because he was taken out because of tweets he did 12 years ago when he's a comedian, and just to see what these type of things have got. We haven't watched anything on Sunday nights for a very long time, outside of the fact that we do conference calls on Sunday nights. But there's no desire for me to want to be able to break out from my current schedule versus spend time with my family or our business and want to say I want to watch these awards.
Well, do you agree with Mr. Donald Trump?
I agree with Mr. Matt Sapaula. That's my guy right there. Do I agree with Trump? I think, look, whether I agree with Trump, well, I don't watch the Oscars, so let me just say that. But look where Trump's mind is at right now. He's not worried about trade. He's not worried about policies. He's not worried about climate.
But this is
he's
part of
worried
policies.
about the Oscars.
No, he's not worried about Oscars.
He's worried about the Oscars.
He's worried about cancel culture, silencing an audience. That's what if that's what you took from it, you're the kind of person that when you read scripture, you need 15 people to translate it for you. Because you may interpret
Can any of you guys read Hebrew? I can read Hebrew. Okay?
Can you actually read Hebrew?
Yeah, I can read
Honestly,
Hebrew.
can you read Hebrew?
Yeah, I can.
You went to
Seriously.
You went to Hebrew school.
Did you watch Passion of
Hebrew
Christ?
school. With Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
I did.
Did you? Yeah. You know did you understand the language or no?
I can't speak Hebrew. I could read it.
But was it?
I could read it. I can't understand the language. There's a difference.
I thought it was spoken in Aramaic.
That wasn't it.
That's not.
It was Aramaic and Assyrian. But Kai wants to say something. Go ahead, Kai.
I think there's obviously one notable thing to mention as well is what movies really came out last year. I think that's a big thing for, obviously the Oscars have been going downwards, but a big part of it is what movies came out last year.
So I got a question for you. Say no movies came out last year, but Kevin Hart was hosting. Would you tune in? Say no movies came out last year, but Elon Musk was hosting. Would you tune in? Say no good movies came out last year, but Ricky Gervais is hosting. Would you tune in? Say no good movies came out last year, but Dave Chappelle is hosting. Would you tune in?
Come on.
Say no movie. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying to you?
No,
Say
absolutely.
no good movies came out. A good host makes a show. This is why people spend money to bring a great host to any event. An MC makes a concert. An MC makes a wedding. You ever been to a wedding where the MC is like, okay, make some noise for the bride and the groom. Okay, awesome. All right, everybody, get up and let me tell you, we got them coming up here. You know what? Family on the left, right. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this guy? You ever gotten up? You're like, what's going on with this host? Kind of makes you move. We went to a New Year's Persian New Year party at our friend's house, Nader. Okay, just met Nader. I love this guy, man. He's just a classic guy. And we're there at his house in South Florida, beautiful home, Harbor, anyways. And we're, standing around. It's me, my wife, she's pregnant. She has no desire to stand up. And I said, babe, we're going to stay for 1 hour. We'll leave at 10:30. I promise you. We left at 2 o'clock in the morning. Next thing you know, music is playing, all this stuff. They bring these 4 dancers, girls, 4 dancers. What do? They're the ones that come and grab your hands, and we're running. Jennifer's like, dude, I'm pregnant. Jennifer's dancing Persian music. I'm dancing Persian music because somebody's livening up the place, right? Now imagine if that wasn't there. You're not dancing that night. I tell you, I'm not dancing that night if they don't bring me out. You need a good host. So, yes, even though we didn't have any good movies, a host would have changed the show. You were going to say something, Matt?
No, I was wondering if you were doing the
yes.
Well, I'll tell you one quick story. I was at a wedding. This was probably... At what age did all your friends start getting married? What age?
Late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, late 20s, right?
Okay.
So one of my friends, he was my college roommate. Shout out to Nick Garrido if he's watching this right now. He's
Is this
Colombian.
a wedding crasher story? Or
I was invited, although I have
All
crashed many a weddings. But he was like one of our first friends to get married. I think we were like 27 years old. And he ironically married a girl from San Antonio, so everyone flew to San Antonio. We're all broke. No one's got money. You're 26, 27 years old. No one's got money. So he's got no money. We're all getting married.
We're all getting married, or
they all like we all go to the wedding.
Yeah,
we're staying at the La Quinta. It's nothing fancy whatsoever. He didn't have a band. He had like one San Antonio Mexican DJ press and play. This guy did not have the it factor at all. It was a cash bar. Like, come on, like again, just very low budget wedding. And I mean, by 11 o'clock, people are like, dude, this is the worst wedding ever. Like, people are like, Adam, you got to get on the mic. You got. And I was doing stand-up comedy this time. They're like, dude, you gotta go do something, bro. Like this guy's wedding's the worst. So I go up to the DJ he was the DJ and the microphone. I was like, hey, buddy, you mind if I take the mic and take over? He goes, please. Like, gives me I go, all right, put this song on, Uncle Luke. I go, everybody, circle up. And I just completely hyped this party up. I'm like, Grandma, get your ass on the dance floor. Grandma's okay. Like, I got the bachelor, and I'm freaking the grandma. I'm getting the bridesmaids going on, but I hyped it up. So what you are saying is maybe I do agree with Donald Trump. You got to get a good host to get the party up. There it is. I came full circle.
I think
but a host is important.
I think what I really took away by what you just saw, what you just said right now, is the Oscars should hire you next year. I think you're applying for a job.
I'd hype it up.
Here we go.
I'd call out
you're
the,
applying
I'd
for
call
a
out
job.
the left. I'd call out the right.
There you go.
Take my
Good.
application.
Okay. All right.
By the way, last point.
Yeah.
The wedding was supposed to end at midnight. We stayed till 2 a.m.
I believe you.
We freaked that thing
You're a
out.
hype guy, though. You're a
Hyped it
good
up.
host. You're a hype guy. Yes. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.